Hello everyone, my name is Kaitios and welcome to part 5 of the Hardcore Efficiency series. At this point, you should be at level 55 magic after cursing on the Monk of Zamorak. This video will focus on working up our melee and range skills so we can be in a good position to start training at Ogresses. Without any more delay, let's get right into it. Now that we have level 55 magic, we can go ahead and make a strength amulet. In order to do so, take out a Cosmic Rune, 5 Fire Runes, and your Ruby Amulet from your bank, cast the Enchant Ruby spell on your Ruby Amulet, which will turn it into a Strength Amulet. Go to the bank and withdraw the best armor and weapon that you can equip for your level, and also your Strength Amulet. You're always able to wear your Ironman equipment, which has the same stats as Iron. I recommend only buying the best scimitar you can equip from Zeke's Scimitar Shop in Al-Kharid. Withdraw your kebabs, then train your attack, strength, and defense from 1 to 20 on the Minotaurs on the first floor of the Stronghold of Security. Keep in mind, it's best to have your attack and strength at least 5 levels above your defense level at all times for better DPS. Once you've reached 20 attack and strength as well as 15 defense, it's then okay to work the defense up to level 20 as well to finish up the base. Head over to the Hill Giant location, which is southeast of Al-Kharid. While it's a bit of a distance, it's definitely worth it as there's little to no bots here, which means you can train freely. Train here until you reach 40 base melee stats. Like at the Minotaurs, train your attack and strength first and have those skills 5 levels above defense. Then, once you have 40 attack and strength with 35 defense, work your defense up to level 40. Make sure to bury all bone drops and pick up all of the Hill Giant keys that you may receive. Quick shout out to HC Method, who's one of our clanmates in the F2P I Am clan. Make sure that you guys join the CC when you have the levels for it, as it really is an amazing community. Now that you guys have base 40 melee stats, the next task is to tackle the infamous Dragon Slayer quest. Though I won't cover that quest specifically, I will be leaving a link in the description to Slayer Music 1's Dragon Slayer guide. His video is great as he takes you through the quest step by step and has comparable stats to yours at this point in the account. I'm also leaving a link to Hoax Gamer's Elvarg flinching guide, which is necessary to follow so you have a greater chance at surviving the Elvarg fight and retaining your hardcore status. It's imperative that you follow these videos so you don't end up like my good friend Sloth Grinds. You know that I love you, Mr. Leong, and guys, please visit Sloth Grinds' Twitch stream as he's an amazing inspiration to me and has many useful tips on your free-to-play account build. The link to his Twitch channel will also be in the description below. The Dragon Slayer quest is one of the most challenging parts of your hardcore journey, so I wish all of you the best of luck. Now that you have defeated Elvarg, we're going to work on training our ranged up a bit. Head to Lowe's Archery Emporium in Varrock and buy one of each short bow, just so you have them for later. Buy 50 iron arrows each world, and I recommend buying until you have about 300 to 500 arrows. You can always come back here and buy more iron arrows as you need them. Go to the bank and equip the best range gear that you can for your level, and withdraw jugs of wine or kebabs, whichever that you prefer. Then head back to the Stronghold of Security and go to the Minotaur spawn again. Now that you're at the Minotaur spawn in the Stronghold of Security, there is a location with a wall object which you can use to safe spot them. Simply attack the Minotaurs and you won't take any damage if you're safely behind the wall. Make sure you bury the bones and pick up any important drops that the Minotaurs might leave behind. They do drop a large chunk of iron arrows, which will help you out in your early range training. You'll stay at this Minotaur location until you've reached level 20 ranged. Now that you're level 20 ranged, again head back to the Hill Giant spawn, which is southeast of Al-Kharid. Right at the entrance of the location, there's one and only safe spot you can use to prevent any damage from the Hill Giants. It's right behind the rock formation on the screen now. Equip the best bow and armor that you can, and take wines or kebabs with you in case you do get hit. Continue using iron arrows at this stage of your ranged training. There's only one Hill Giant you can attack from the safe spot, as all the other Hill Giants will do a Michael Jackson moonwalk and leave you alone. Make sure that you bury all big bones and pick up all useful drops and any Hill Giant keys that they leave. You'll train here until you hit level 40 ranged. Head to the bank and again equip the best range gear you can afford and continue to use the iron arrows as well. Be sure to also take some jugs of wine or kebabs with you for your training. Now that we are level 40 ranged, we'll be training on Moss Giants. Head back to Crandor by going through the wall in the Karamja volcano. Now that you have completed Dragon Slayer, this should be available to you. Run past the demons and skeletons and climb the rope to freedom. Then, head over to the Moss Giant location, which is on the other side of the hill. You can use the safe spot marked on the screen in blue so you don't take any damage from the Moss Giants. In addition, you can drop any unwanted items in the tile marked dump on my screen. For efficiency, it's always best to attack the Moss Giant on spawn point 1, followed by the Moss Giant on spawn point 2, and finally the Moss Giant on spawn point 3. If done perfectly, you might be able to have all 3 Moss Giants in a line and get a tic-tac-toe from it. Again, bury all big bones, pick up any notable drops and any mossy keys you may receive. You will range here from levels 40 to 50. After that rigorous melee and range training session, this will conclude the video. Thank you so much for making it through to the end, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and also like and comment on the video. Each one of these videos takes me around 4 to 5 hours to make, so any feedback you can give will certainly help me out. I do stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Gaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so please feel free to hop in and say hi. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!